Why classical sculptures still influence modern nude photography. Walk through a museum filled with classical sculptures, and you may notice something surprising. Many of the poses look familiar. The curves, the posture, the way the body twists, the way weight shifts from one leg to another. Even if the sculpture is hundreds or thousands of years old, it often feels strangely modern. And there is a reason for that. Many of the visual ideas used in modern nude photography were explored long before photography even existed. Long before cameras, long before film, long before digital technology, artists were already studying the human body and asking the same questions photographers ask today. How do you create balance? How do you suggest movement in a still image? How do you make a figure feel powerful, graceful, vulnerable, or alive? Classical sculptors devoted their lives to understanding these questions. They observed anatomy with incredible attention. They studied how muscles shifted beneath the skin, how posture affected emotion, how a slight turn of the head could change the entire feeling of a figure. They understood that the body is never static. Even when standing still, it contains energy, potential movement, visual rhythm. One of the most influential discoveries was the idea of natural balance. Rather than standing perfectly straight, many classical figures shifted their weight onto one leg. This created a gentle asymmetry. One side relaxed, the other side engaged. The result felt more human, more dynamic, more lifelike. Today, photographers use the same principle constantly. Many successful poses rely on subtle weight shifts that create flow and visual interest. Without realizing it, modern photographers often borrow solutions first explored by sculptors centuries ago. Another reason classical sculpture remains influential is its focus on form. Sculptors could not rely on color, motion, special effects, or digital editing. Everything depended on shape, proportion, light, and shadow. The same elements remain central to fine art photography. When light falls across a sculpture, shadows reveal depth and structure. When light falls across a human body in a photograph, the process is remarkably similar. In both cases, the artist is working with form. This connection becomes especially clear when photographs are converted to black and white. Color disappears, attention shifts toward structure, curves become more important, geometry becomes more visible, the image begins to resemble sculpture. Many photographers intentionally seek this effect. They want viewers to notice shape before they notice identity. Classical artists also understood something that remains relevant today. The body is not only anatomy, it is a visual language. A posture can communicate confidence. A gesture can communicate tenderness. A pose can suggest contemplation, strength, vulnerability, or determination. Meaning emerges through form. This idea continues to influence photographers because photographs often communicate emotion without words. The body itself becomes part of the story. What is remarkable is that these principles have survived enormous technological changes. Cameras evolved, film appeared, digital photography transformed the industry. Artificial intelligence entered image creation. Yet many of the visual foundations remain surprisingly unchanged. Artists still think about balance, light, shape, movement, proportion. The tools evolved, the principles endured. Perhaps this is because the human body itself has not changed. The same forms that inspired sculptors thousands of years ago continue to inspire artists today. Technology may alter how images are created, but it does not alter the visual power of form. The next time you see a powerful nude photograph, look carefully. You may notice echoes of ancient ideas hidden within a modern image. A pose inspired by sculpture. A balance of weight and movement. A relationship between light and form that artists have explored for centuries. And in that moment, the distance between past and present begins to disappear. The camera may be modern, but the visual language is much older. Because long before photography learned how to capture the human body, sculpture had already begun teaching the world how to see it.